What up, you guys? It's fucking Flock. So it's like 7:14 in the morning. I just cannot get any sleep. I've been laying here all night, and my fucking insomnia is just off the charts. I'm tired, but my brain just won't shut off. But anyway, I just want to mention a few points right now. What's going on with French and his camp, and how he's building his channel. And from my standpoint, as I kind of, stopped mentioning him and just, watched him become irrelevant for me at least, I'm starting to notice little mistakes that this man's making all the time. I mean, how long has he been doing this for? Just a few months, right? And if you already go to YouTube and search up French Dose, you'll see that there's already numerous videos mocking him and making fun of him. I mean, the real Tyree Sneed already made a diss track about him, which is where it comes down to him building a weak camp. Now, when I say camp, I don't literally mean a camp. I just mean a foundation for his platform. As a man who's getting politically involved with, I guess, Hassan Campbell and my son and all these other fools that you messing with, right? I see a lot of you just sitting there talking, talk. But I see little action. The only action I've ever seen French take is him walking down the street to get a pack of Newports. So while these other people are out there, maybe they're making mistakes. Who knows what they're doing? I don't know. I don't see what gives you a right to start judging another man and what he's doing while you just sitting there looking pampered, right? Looking soft, looking like you ain't seen a hard day's labor in a long time. And not only that, you calling people out you don't know to fight and come out to Camden. You've already shown where the bodega is, where you get your smokes. You creating all these holes and these weaknesses in your camp when you're supposed to be some kind of positive, I guess, like street political figure and speaker. Yet, I don't see you doing nothing. I just see you on there talking. I don't see you out really putting in any kind of work or any kind of physical change for the problem that you're talking about, for whatever you may speak on that you have a problem with. It's all talk, which is all Jim Dandy, all fine. Then you're going up against people like, let's say if I wanted to continue on the pursuit to actually really meet you in Camden and fight you, let's just say for a moment that I wanted to. You gotta remember, I legitimately train every single day. Every day, 7 days a week. It doesn't stop. Even if I'm taking a break and relaxing, I'm still training. I'm still training my mind. I'm still trying to instill the warrior mentality and understand how a warrior thinks. And you just don't seem to get that about some people. Like even, what's his name, Kalani Kid? You went into his channel. He made a quick training video. I mean, that man had to set that stuff up too. Probably that wasn't all he did. You think he just set that stuff up, threw on some gloves and made a 1-minute video and that was it? You can see he's already kind of sweating in the beginning because he must have already still been training and decided to say, you know what, in the middle of my training, I think I'm going to make this video real quick. And you go in and say, you're already tired, you already winded, blah, blah, blah. The man's just getting started, too, with this training session. You don't get to watch the whole thing, so you're just going to judge based upon a little time lapse that you see. You're going to judge his ability based upon that. When in the long run, either way, though, French, we ain't seen you do a goddamn thing of shadow boxing. I ain't seen you lift your hands above your chest in a, let's say, hand-to-hand combat fashion at all. I seen you being soft, big, round, little, just a teddy bear, bro. You soft and pampered, you smoke all the time. I'm not gonna lie, I smoke too, but I train. So I kind of, balance it out. But, like I'm saying, look up your name. Look at all the videos already that you have about you. You building up a weak camp with lots of holes in it. You don't have any defense for your camp. You don't have a vehicle to keep moving. You're always constantly walking backward from that bodega, which is where, if somebody wanted to, if you were to get into enough heat with someone, would catch you slipping, right? And you do seem to just, based upon no knowledge of the person, no understanding of what they've been through or anything, no respect for what they do, just say, I'll fight you and beat you up, blah, blah, blah. Now that's some childish stuff. That's some middle school childish shit in the classroom, talking that shit, but then when it comes down to meeting up in that gym, in the locker room, you ain't nowhere to be found. Same kind of concept. As I sit in my camp, which I would say is my home, my platform, why I'm at here, I sit at my camp quietly observing you. And I just see you running around like a chicken with his head cut off. All kinds of holes in your defense. All kinds of ways to infiltrate if I wanted to. But I'll sit back in my nicely kept camp, defended well, comfortable, and look down on yours. Now, I don't look at you as an enemy. I really don't. I don't look at your camp as it's an enemy camp and it needs to be invaded. The reason why is because you've done that yourself. You've created so many holes, so many weaknesses in your camp that you can't even keep track of all the people who could become potential enemies for you. Incident with me and him having our fight a couple years ago, I've been doing this a while. If you go and look up my name, look up either Eric Flock or Flock Legend, you're not going to see many diss videos or put down videos about me. Maybe one or two from like Tyree, and that's about it. And I don't even count those. You don't see me having like major haters making videos about me, trying to put down my training, putting down things I say, because I kind of keep it pretty clean. I try and stay respectful in the long run too. Sometimes, like I said, I can come off as an arrogant bastard. There's no doubt about that. I'm a pretty strong-headed guy and I like to speak my mind. Sometimes it can come off making me look like a dick. And I don't doubt that. But one thing is maybe later on in another video, I'll recover from that very well if people are actually listening. Some of my, long-term followers that have been here for a while and really, really know what I'm like, understand that. Sometimes I'll say something they may not agree with, but I can recover very well from it. And I cover most of my camp's defenses very well. I don't give people a reason to really, I fucking hate this man. Jesus Christ, I don't know what it is, but I fucking hate this guy. Let me go make a fucking video about him. Let me go in and edit some bad stuff to make this man look bad. 4 years I've been doing this. Go ahead and search my name and tell me what you see. If anything, there's a couple like rage quit videos from Tekken. I think there's a video up of some dude saying that I cheated Battlefield. And then you've got Tyree Sneed with this one video trying to put me down. 4 years I've been doing this. You don't see all these fucking edits of my name out there. All these flocks of fake, of phony, none of that kind of stuff. I don't know how to explain it. Just the fact that you could simply just call the man out saying you're going to beat him up, that's childish. You don't understand. You don't have good defense right now to be doing that. You don't got a whip to be moving around in. You're literally walking back and forth in that bodega all the fucking time. All the time. You probably do it like 2 or 3 times a day, I wouldn't doubt. Steady walking. And I mean, Kalani Kid, you can tell the man has warrior mentality. He has that instinct. You think that he was just handed all those things? He worked hard for what he has. He has time to relax, smoke bud, chill. He appreciates and enjoys his nice things that he earned. You know, and he ain't afraid to flash them off in front of you to make you feel weak and insecure and feel low like you ain't got shit. Because in the long run, you don't. You really don't. You got a little fucking apartment and your YouTube channel. That's about it right now. You've lied about your fucking credentials. I wouldn't say credentials, but you've lied about your paperwork. We don't see no gun charges. We don't. Your paperwork has been so much of a lie about what you talked about with your past history, your criminal history. Which, I mean, it's all Jim Dandy with me. It don't affect me none whatsoever. But people are finding all these holes in your story, you know, and all these holes in your defense. Jut Roots, why would I fight Dion, dude? I'd fucking destroy Dion. It wouldn't even be funny, poor Dion. I really would. You know, it's one of the things we say too. Don't count your chickens, but just based upon how I've been training compared to him and stuff, Dion's just kind of slow in the head, man. I've always told Dion if he got into a serious fight, he would overthink it and try to do some kind of fancy kung fu made up maneuver or something, and he's fucking ended up just getting beat up by basic attacks, you know, basic maneuvers and movements. Dion overthinks too much. I'm pretty much trying to let French know, you know, I'm not even coming to him as an enemy in this video, let's say. I'm coming to him as like a messenger, showing him what I see from, let's say I've got my camp up on a hill. Everything's all organized, closed up. There's really no way to get in. I'm safe up here. I'll look down at French's camp, and he's running around in it like a chicken with his head cut off, and going to each gate, each north, south, east, west gate, and he's creating enemies at each of these points when he has no defenses and no cover for these areas. And he's just, in the long run, it's going to equal some kind of failure for him. I do not see a good outcome to all this. And like I said, all I hear is a bunch of talking from him with absolutely no action. He's not showing. He's just talking. Anybody can fucking talk. Anyone can talk. What, French Dose? I think it's French Dose in the Lab. It's the name of the channel. But, you know, the reason why I want to address him is because, you know, as I see a fellow warrior in training like Kalani Kid, you know, watching his video, I give him respect, you know. I do the showboating and stuff. It's kind of, you know, I don't know how to explain it, you know. It's like I show my cards, but it's not like I rub the people's faces saying, oh, your motherfucker's hating now, blah, blah, blah. You know, I'm very, very humble about things I have, you know. Some people are like that, though. Some people like to throw, I mean, and I guess it's true for, like, French and Tyree and shit, you know, putting it in their faces for them is, you know, showing them you motherfucking broke, you really ain't got shit. Even though you want to talk about, you know, I wear fresh polo every day, and I got money, and blah, blah, blah. You know, we don't see that. We see you walking from the bodega to your apartment and sitting in your apartment and just talking. Just talking. I haven't seen that one yet, Kimber. What's up with you, though? Hey, Kim. Well, I'm just letting you know, French, you've got mad holes in your camp, dude. And you can't cover them all. You know, you recruiting, like, lots of good teammates, it looks like, especially by doing your videos with another person. You know, you have a guest. And, you know, that's a good way to I guess, instill some kind of friendship and some kind of ally. But the people who you seem to be wanting to make enemies with, like, let's seriously say, French, think about it like this. Kalani Kid, he a fellow warrior, right? He a warrior in training. You can see it. He's a warrior. He has that little bit of heart and instinct. He honing it, he's sharpening it. Every time he go out in his backyard and train and punch the bag, do whatever he's doing, he's training and sharpening those skills, just like I do. So imagine having two warriors now teamed up and coming after you, French. It's a lot worse, you know, and you're doing it yourself. You creating these enemies yourself. And I'm not, like I said, I don't consider you an enemy. I don't consider you a threat or anything like that. I'm simply looking from my camp, my comfortable, well-defended camp, looking down at your disorganized, just shitty camp, dude. You need to start really putting up some better walls, defend your camp better, because you leave and open so many areas of attack and you don't even really realizing it. You're doing so much just too fast without showing, you're just talking. And people eventually get tired of hearing person talk and want to see some action. They want to see you do something, you know. Otherwise, you sitting there crying it out. You talking so much about all this shit, but you ain't going out and making a change. You ain't out there on the streets actually really, you know, you had a little video of some crackhead out in the middle of the street. Man, you don't even know. When I lived in Tonga, that was daily. That's daily shit, dude. And this is fucking Albuquerque, New Mexico. Well, I'll make a video of me cruising through downtown at 2:30 in the morning. And same kind of shit. And that don't prove nothing. I could say I'm in the hood all I want. I can go drive to the war zone and be like, I'm in the hood, I'm in the war zone, I'm out here. That ain't nothing. Doesn't prove anything. Here, hold on. Let me see if I can put it in there. But I just want to, I'm just trying to tell French that, I mean, he's not covering himself. He's not covering his flanks. He just putting himself out there like such a bad leader of a camp. If you think about his whole channel as a camp, and he's the leader of his camp, it's so unorganized. It has no defense to it. And he's picking into other people's camps and making not enemies, but just leaving himself as a target for later on, like me, you know. Like I say, I'm sitting in my camp with a bird's eye view, all calm and collective, while I'm watching this man's camp fall apart. I'm seeing all the defensive holes, all the places where if I were an attacker that I could invade to, right? And he has no clue. And not only that, he's just blatantly undermining other men and their achievements, what they've accomplished, and their hard work. You know? When we don't see nothing from him. We don't see anything but talk. What's up, guys? French Dose in the lab. And we gonna talk about my son. That's it. We don't see you out there being a fucking activist or doing anything. Yet you're talking about these people who are doing things. And it just... Yo, what's up, Caval? Caval, I'm talking about how... man, if you go over this video, I'm really trying to let French know that he is just picking the wrong people, man. He doesn't understand, too. Like, he's so soft. He puts in no work. That man has not lifted his hands above his chest but to take a bite of food. That's the only time that man will lift his hands above his chest. You know? Yeah. I know, Cavalli. I subscribed to your channel, dude. I actually kind of fuck with your content a little bit, man. You should do a little bit more training stuff, dude. I mean, one thing that we learn as warriors, though, the more we show of our training, the more people can telegraph what we do. So it's always about kind of keeping that mystery, keeping a little bit of it hidden, so that you've always got that surprise attack. Fuck, maybe, Kim. Maybe. You know? French just doesn't have any logic or like camp awareness, I guess you could say. He has no defense awareness for his channel. Like I said, you go ahead and search my name. There's really not much. Like, there's no major diss video out there. There's nothing. I don't have any dirt on me. I've always kept it pretty clean. Uh, my political standpoints and point of views have always been pretty open, you know. So that's one thing. And if you go and look at French, he's only been doing this a few months. Look how many numerous motherfucking videos there are making fun of French. He got JB Gunner going after him. Now he got Cavalli. I ain't even going after him. I'm just giving him a warning from my camp to his. He the type of guy in a stupid ass in the middle of the night in his camp wake up to like go pee outside his tent and start a fucking fire somewhere because his dumbass is just all over the place. You know, he doesn't know how to keep his camp well kept. You know. Yeah, Cavalli, I try to be, man. You know, it's always about if we're not physically training, we're trying to train our mind. You know, that's the whole point of it. That's the whole point of the warrior lifestyle is at least. And another thing too, I want to be. I'm always that type of guy. You don't want me to be your enemy.